morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Sorry I didn't give you a little sneak peek that I was getting on, but I honestly wasn't quite sure what time that was going to be. As normally I get on Tuesdays, and yesterday I had stamp class. So I was not on yesterday, but I am on today. I feel really weird sharing with you guys such a winter card when it is still fall. We're not rushing anything here. Although Friday, I think the high is 58, and that's cold. That is too cold. But I know that we all like to work ahead, and that this is a great holiday card as well. I plan on using it as a holiday card, but I might use leftovers as winter cards. I was going to say, if I have leftovers, let's be honest, I probably won't. I tend to send out like 2 to 250 in Christmas cards, so I don't typically have a lot of leftovers. I'm usually using up stuff to get those last few. I do have, quite a bit, and I will start to get into panic mode and probably jump on and start doing mass producing of Christmas cards soon. But right now I'm not panicking yet. Next week, that might be a different story. But anyway, I wanted to share with you guys the fabulous Snowflake Vellum. So I'm typically not a huge Vellum fan, but you guys, this is just so stunning. I am in love. So 2 of the sheets are, well, no, there's more than 2 sheets in there. There's 6 sheets. That's weird. What are those? Oh, okay, so there's 2 different Snowflake sheets. Let me pull them all out, I guess. So 3 of the 6 sheets are this fabulous shiny foil. So there's actually 2 different snowflake pieces, which I didn't realize. I just thought it was 2 snowflakes. But there's 2 different snowflake patterns. This one has big and small snowflakes, but you guys, look at those colors. How amazing is that? And then this one doesn't have those in-between dots, and it just has the snowflakes. And then this one just has the dots. I don't know, do you call it polka dot if it's random like this? Big ones, small ones? Is that still considered polka dot, or is it just speckled? Or what are we calling this? Is it polka dot? But look at that fabulous rainbow color. I love it. And really, it's the perfect capture of snowflakes, because snowflakes do have those rainbow color look because of their, I don't know, iridescent, their quality. I don't know what it is. But so this is 3 of the sheets in the pack. And then in the other 3 in that same pack, it's flocked. So it's fuzzy and raised. This one is visually, this one is more touchy-feely. So I don't know how to personify that through the camera, because I don't know how. If I get really, really close, maybe you can feel the fuzz. Maybe? So I have a whole bunch of cards that I want to share with you guys that use these papers. And so you'll see those now throughout the month and into the season and everything. I did some, there's also the 2 different snowflake pieces of the fuzzy as well as the dots, but I have used a lot more of this piece than I have of the glittery pieces, or the iridescent rainbowy pieces. But I do have lots of fabulous samples that I will be sharing with you using all of these pieces. And the first one that I'm sharing with you today is this one. So I just used a small strip of that paper, which means you can get a lot of these cards out of that one 12 by 12 piece. It is a 2 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece. So you can see 2 divided by 12, there's 6 across and 2 up. So you can get 12 of these out of one piece of the designer series paper. And actually, wait, that might not be 2 inches. It might be 1.5. It is 1.5. So then you can get, what is that? An extra 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 times 2, 16 cards. You guys make me do some crazy math stuff and it scares me. So anyway, you can get 16 of these cards out of one piece of that 12 by 12. And if you use both prints of the snowflake, then you could get 16 times 2 is 32. Yes, 32 cards. So a lot of great cards, and maybe that's what I need to do for all of my Christmas cards, because that's 2 pieces of designer paper gets 32 cards, and I make how many of those? Yeah, just like this. So I wanted to show you guys this card, and I wanted to give you some tips and tricks on vellum, because vellum can be kind of tricky when it comes to adhering it down and making sure that you don't see that adhesive peeking through. So on one of the cards, I did actually use liquid glue. It scared me, but I did it. Do things that scare you. Step out of your comfort zone. And it worked really well. But for the most part, I used the glue dots. So some of you guys might look at these sheets of glue dots and be like, where do you get those? These come in kits. So Stampin' Up's Paper Pumpkin kits, in the kit collection kits, in various things, and I get a lot of those, and I hate these things kinda. So I don't typically use them. Like for Paper Pumpkin, I typically use my regular 2-sided adhesive that I love. That's just my adhesive of choice. So I toss this sheet aside and I don't use it. And then in some of the kit collections, I also use my regular adhesive. So again, I have a lot of these. But these are just the same thing as Stampin' Up's mini glue dots. So I will say mini glue dots are a little bit thicker than these are, but it is, you know, the same little glue dot. So if you're thinking, I love these and everything, you can always get mini glue dots. The one thing I do actually really like about mini glue dots is the fact that you don't have to peel off the backing. So, like, can you see that little clear glue dot right there? Hopefully, maybe. No, I can't see it. If I rotate it, maybe. Anyway, there is a little clear, like, see, there they all are. I don't know. I hope you guys can see them. But those little glue dots are the same as the other glue dots. So you would simply press your ribbon or paper or whatever it might be into that glue dot. So like I want to put my glue dots on the back side underneath those snowflakes so that it's not, it doesn't show through. So I'm just going to press it onto that snowflake. Oh, and that one didn't grab. Vellum is kind of tricky too. There we go. So now, like maybe you can see it there. Now the glue dot is there and I don't have to peel off the back. So that's what I really like about the actual Stampin' Up! Glue dots. But if not, then you can always use these. And so I just pick them up, place them down in all the spots that there's like a big snowflake. And it's okay if they're not like close to the edge and, you know, even or anything like that. It'll be perfectly fine. I am going to do one more right there, I think. Yeah, that's enough. And then now I just have to peel off those little paper backs. And then it reveals the glue dot underneath. And I feel like I'm just showing you guys a bunch of clear things and you're like, I have no clue what she's doing. So the mini glue dot that I put on is that, and then the paper glue dots are all these other ones. and they're just behind each one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And it, like I said, it's okay that they're not close to the edge or anything. It'll be fine. So now I'm just going to put this all the way to the edge of my paper and press. And then the other thing is our ribbon is going to go along here, so it's going to help hold it on, but like it's not coming off or anything. Like I can barely even make it like flick from being, you know, like it takes a lot. I don't want to bend it and make it for sure do that. But you can see that it's nice and smooth on there. And then now before we put our ribbon, I also want to give that extra little detail to the corner, which is this amazing trio punch. So there's like the corner taken off, there's this detailed corner, and then there's like a little ribbon slit. So what you want to do is you want to actually use this punch on your table. A lot of times I use my other punches and I hold them in my hand and I hold them upside down like this. Not this punch. This punch you want to actually use on the table. And I'm just going to slide it in until it hits this little notch here and this little notch here. So slide it all the way in until it doesn't go any farther. And I want to press the entire punch. I don't want to press like just this corner and make it go like angled, because then it sometimes like munches your paper. Like it's kind of like, instead of like punching, then it's sort of like, nyah, 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 nyah. Like, I'm sure that was entertaining for all of you. But it kind of like munches your paper and doesn't get a nice strong cut. So it's kind of like, you know, putting the knife straight down or like sort of angling it. Like you want that nice strong cut. So slide this in and press. Just press the whole thing right in the middle, all of it straight down. So now we have those fabulous corners. And then we're just going to add this gorgeous ribbon. Like, look at this. It is kind of like wiggly because of that stitched blue satin over the top. But isn't that just gorgeous ribbon? I love it. Love, love, love it. So I'm going to add a dab of adhesive just right there in the center. And I'm going to press this into it and then flip it over and adhere it on the back side. And I will let you know, I'm going to actually use tear and tape because I love tear and tape. Oh, I didn't grab my tear and tape. So I'm going to use the tear and tape on the back side to secure the ribbon down. So we're just going to pull that around and go right over the top of it, just like that. So then again, we're going to pull this around and secure it with the tear and tape. The other thing is I want to make sure that this piece stays nice and snug to my card front, even though that ribbon can be a little lumpy. Normally I would put like some dimensionals over this layer, but I put dimensionals over the greeting layer, so I didn't actually do both layers. So now we can add this to our card front. And I used, I want to move it. There. I used Balmy Blue and Pacific Point, which I think are like the perfect like winter looking colors. What colors do you guys like to use for winter? Do you like to use those like regal rich colors, or do you like to use shades of blue for like the snowflakey look, or just some whites? Like, let me know what your winter color or like favorite colors are. Okay, so then I have a white piece for the inside, but then we also need to punch out with my current favorite punch, which is the decorative circle punch. So I'm just going to punch out a white one of that and stamp my greeting. Oh no, did I forget to bring my greeting over here? I am using, I was like, oh, don't forget to grab the stamp set so you can show them. And then I didn't even grab the greeting. But I'm using, may you enjoy the warmth of family this season. And I love family and everything. So I just love that and the cozy feeling that it gives and stuff. But you could really use a Merry Christmas greeting. You could use a like a snowy themed greeting or something like that. You could even use one of these other ones on here if that's the occasion you're going for. This would make a great birthday card as well, because it could be for any of your like December, January, February birthdays that are, you know, in that winter season. I guess here if you're here in the United States, of course, in other places around the world, it's summertime, or feels like summer. Their summer is during December versus ours. But let me go grab that greeting real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up in Pacific Point and stamp it on my circle. And then I'm going to add this with Stampin' Dimensionals. And you guys all know I'm an overuser, so I'm probably going to use like a lot of them. I was going to say like 250. I think I'm going to go with 5. That's not that bad, right? And then this is just going to go right on our card front, sort of like over the ribbon and then over that solid blue. And then to finish it off, I added some of the fine sparkle adhesive back gems. So there's like a green, a red, the orange, and the blue. So I'm just going to add a few of those around the greeting. Too big and a little. And I'm going to do this one off the paper. And then this piece goes on the inside. And again, you can always add another greeting of your choice on the inside. You can also decorate it with a little bit of, ooh, I should have punched that detail. Let's do that. I think I can kind of do it without like getting this stuck in the punch because I already added adhesive. So we will see how this goes. But this punch is kind of like a quick and simple way to like add detail to the edge, but yet it's not like that time consuming. And then this is just gonna go right there. Look how fabulous that is. So there's a quick and simple card. Like I said, you can get 16 of these out of one piece of 12 by 12 designer series paper. And it's great for the holidays. But you could also use this as, you know, a thinking of you or a birthday card or anything like that. Throughout any of the winter season. Gives that little extra sparkle, a little bit of warmth, and a little bit of fabulousness. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, as well as showing how to use the punch and adhering your vellum down. Stay tuned for the other cards that I created using this same Snowflake Vellum specialty designer paper that Stampin' Up! Has, and I'll leave a link for that so that you can check that out down below. And then you can make some of your own winter or holiday cards just like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with friends. And I will see you guys next time. Love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy stamping. Bye.